Hey everybody, my name is Brittany Howard and I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus. And if you are on this call tonight, I'm very honored that you are here and that somebody cared enough about you to share with you this opportunity that we have with Plexus. And I have been in this company for I've been using the products for about 7 years and I've been building the business for about six. I hit the top rank in the company this year in 2020 of all years. I know that 2020 has been a crazy year for all of us, but in terms of what it's done for my business, I am honestly super, super grateful. And I just want to share with you guys a little bit about my story and why I think Plexus is a fantastic opportunity, how I became successful, how I overcame some obstacles, things that I have struggled with along the way, and then just encourage you guys to think big. So, I just want to start by saying that you probably hear me talk a lot about freedom and impact tonight because those are two words that mean a lot to me. And just by way of background, I'm a homeschooling mom of five with one on the way. Actually, I used to homeschool my kids, still technically homeschooling. I have them in a private academy that is still considered technically homeschooling. Now I just have help homeschooling. But basically, when I started this business years ago, I was feeling pretty frustrated. I was happy and I was definitely in love with my life. I could have been content with whatever season God had me in because I have a really good husband who loves me that I'm very grateful for. And I have kids who are smart and love to learn and that are generally good kids. So I have a lot to be thankful for. But before I started my Plexus business, we were strapped financially. And oftentimes, my husband would work really long hours because he felt like that's what he needed to do to provide for his family because we were a one income family. And so, although our needs were met, there wasn't a lot of wiggle room in our budget. There were times where, we had a major repair on our house and we had to take out a loan to pay for it, things like that. Um, Going on lots of family vacations or doing extra things or picking the best private school was not an option. Um, and oftentimes I had to settle for a curriculum that was not my favorite or not my top pick because for financial reasons. And oftentimes, because my husband works so much, sometimes I would feel very lonely. Even though my husband loves me and my family very much, sometimes I did struggle with loneliness because he was gone a lot and just didn't real. I lived in the middle of nowhere, didn't really have strong community, didn't realize I was missing that until I had it with Plexus, and then I became very thankful for the community that we have. But I really just wanted some kind of means of blessing my family financially without having to give up what was the most important to my family, and that would allow me to keep my family's priorities as my family's priorities. I did not want to give up homeschooling my kids. I did not want to put them in a daycare or anything like that. And even if it meant sacrificing financially, um some of the reason was because there were so many of them. It just wouldn't make sense to do that. Okay. So, anyways, I wanted something that I could do from home. I was very fulfilled as a mother, but I also just had, I guess, just a strong, innate, God given desire to produce something. Had no idea what I could do. I mean, I have a degree in business, but I didn't really know much about business. And I lived in the middle of nowhere. Did I say that? Um, one red light town, like way out in the country, and I was not even from this town. And so I did not have a huge network. I've always been a stay-at-home mom because I've never had a career, and so I didn't know a lot of people. And to top it all off, I'm an introvert, shy at first, and exactly what I'm doing right now makes me very much out of my comfort zone. But I was hungry for change in my life and in my family's life, and so I just was willing to do what it took. So, long story short, I began studying the Proverbs 31 woman, and I realized that a lot of the things about her I was doing well at. But some of the things I felt like I was missing, and I felt very strongly that I needed to take action on it. And one of the things was that she was industrious. She was business minded. She was a wife and a mother, but she also was contributing financially and helping provide for her family. She wasn't the sole provider, but she was definitely helping provide. And she was using her natural talents and gifts to be able to bless her family financially. Okay, so she invested in real estate, she made things and sold it. I'm not crafty, definitely not the Pinterest mom. And so I could not think of a single thing that I could make and sell, or that I even would want to make and sell. But I did try lots of different businesses. I tried an eBay business, I tried another network marketing gig. Like, I tried quite a few things and failed at all of them, lost money on almost all of them, and didn't enjoy any of them. And then I found these products. So these products were a godsend for me and my family because I had some digestive issues that I had always dealt with since I was a little girl. Had no idea that I didn't have to live that way, just thought it was normal, because to me, it was normal to live with digestive issues all of the time because I had always lived that way. So I'm very thankful somebody cared enough about me to share with me about the products. But the more I learned about the products, the more I saw the opportunity to help other people, impact people's quality of life, while at the same time blessing my family financially. And so to me, it was a no brainer. Now, I did have some hurdles at first. I struggled with a lot of fears, and a lot of thoughts in my mind held me back from being like, I was not a quick starter. I was not overnight success. I never hit fast start anything in my life. Generally, I have to research things and come to peace with it in my mind and handle all of my own objections before I can even make a decision. Okay, so I'm like a researchaholic. I love to learn, but the main person that I had to deal with in this business was not my prospects, it was myself. And so I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but I used to wonder if I could even be successful at something like this, because I lived in the middle of nowhere, did not know a lot of people, and had zero sales skills. When I did try to sell things, I was not good at it. Okay. So here is what I found though. I found that network marketing is simply a set of skills that anybody can learn and get good at. And I mean anybody, because I'm anybody. I'm not somebody special. I used to think that when I first started this, I thought, oh, that income graphic, the people making the six figures and up, those are the special people. And honestly, I didn't know what it was that made them special. I just knew I wasn't one of them. And so I found, though, that it's not really a matter of if you're able, it's a matter of if you're willing. And I was hungry for change in my life, and I became willing, especially the more I learned about this opportunity. So when it comes to building a business with Plexus, here is what you can expect. First of all, you can expect to help people improve their quality of life. You can expect to help working moms who have a dream of staying at home moms and raising their kids at home be able to quit their jobs and pursue that. You can help moms who might feel lonely because their husband is compelled to work all of the time to provide for their family, like in my case. You can offer freedom and options and opportunity to families like that. You can show other people how to earn financial freedom and change the trajectory of their financial future, not just theirs, but their children's and their grandchildren's financial futures as well. Okay. Um, and all with a low startup cost. So, most of the time when you start a business, it costs thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. Even if you were to buy into a franchise, oftentimes that costs tens of thousands of dollars. Okay. So the benefit of a franchise would be you basically have kind of a business in a box, right? You have all of the tools provided for you, all the systems in place, and things like that. But the downside is you have to pay a lot of money up front. And so with Plexus, you don't have to pay a lot of money up front. It's low startup, and you don't even have to have experience to start making money right away. You just have to be willing to open your mouth and share with people what these products or this business can provide for their family or for their health. You don't have to come in with a lot of sales skills. It's a learn as you earn business. Everything that I know about this business, I have learned along the way. Had no clue what I was doing when I started. Like I said, I didn't hit fast start anything. But I was willing to learn. And so, although I may have gotten a slow start, I have come to a strong finish. And I'm not finished. But I definitely earn well over a six-figure income at this point, even though I didn't hit all of the fast start ranks. And it was because I was willing to learn. With this business, you have low overhead. So we don't have to pay, for a brick and mortar establishment. Like, we don't have building rent and things like that. We don't have to pay employees, things like that. We really just get a website that's up and running as soon as you join, that comes with a product line that you don't have to invent or tweak. You just have to open your mouth about it, and you don't have to create it, you don't have to make it and sell it. It's already existing and invented for you. You just have to be willing to talk about it. Your website comes with a customer service department that you did not have to create or build, and a shipping department. You never have to touch the product that you are sharing with other people. And so all of that comes with your membership. And here's one thing that comes with your membership, especially if you're on Plexus Freedom Team, that I did not realize was going to be a benefit when I first started building this, but you just acquired a community of like-minded, encouraging, uplifting people who are go-getters, who are hungry for change, who want more out of their lives, and who are going after it, who will link arms with you and pick you up when you fall and encourage you when you are down, and understand the struggles and hurdles that come along with building a business. And also, we will have lots of fun doing it. We get to go on trips, we get to earn shopping sprees. We had quite a few people that earn on our team who earned shopping sprees for Leaders Retreat this time, quite a few. So they will, in a few weeks, receive a $2,000 gift card to go to Nordstrom and buy anything they want, just because they were willing to open their mouths and share about some products that could change their lives, change their people that they care about. The products can change their lives. People that they care about, the opportunity can change their lives. And we get rewarded handsomely for that. When you purchase your membership, it also comes with recognition and achievement for when you hit your goals or when you accomplish something huge. You will, when you reach the top ranks of the company, the leadership ranks, you will achieve confidence, because you will know that you achieved something, you accomplished something that most people will never do. Not because they're not able, but because they're not willing. And if you are willing to do what it takes, you can change your entire life. Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, or how hard you work, or how hard your husband works, you can never get ahead? We call that the rat race. And we call that trading hours for dollars. And there's only so many hours in a day that you can trade for dollars. So you can decide that you're going to accept that, um or you can decide that you are going to change that. And I'm here to tell you that you can design your life, and you can dream big, you can earn financial freedom, you can earn residual income, you can build something that impacts so many people that you just would not have conjured up for yourself in your wildest imagination. I could not, 5 years ago, I would never have imagined what this would turn into. But you don't know who God's going to bring into your life and in your business that you will be able to impact. You just have no idea. You unless you're willing to share. It's not going to happen unless you're willing to go all in and share. Okay? So, one thing that sets Plexus apart, um is our comp plan and our leadership. We have a comp plan that is unlike any other comp plan on on the market, and it's fair and it's generous. Our company is debt free, so our company can be generous, and you are rewarded directly in proportion to the amount of value that you add to the company. It's super fair and super generous. It's sometimes overly generous, right? We don't just have a comp plan; they also give us prizes and contests and trips and just some shopping sprees, so many extra things that they don't owe us, because they really want us to be successful, and our company really invests in their ambassadors. Okay. The feeling of recognition and achievement is also something that sets this business model apart from most other careers, because a lot of people feel like they pour their blood, sweat, and tears into something, but they don't really get recognition for it. And that is one of those things that you don't realize how important it is, and how much you appreciate it until you actually get it. Okay, it's kind of like community, like I mentioned earlier. This business allows you to work from anywhere. So I'm not tied to one certain spot. I don't have to clock in or clock out. I don't have a boss to answer to, but I do have fantastic leaders all around me. And it is life changing to be in a community surrounded by a lot of fantastic leaders who are, like I said, hungry for change and are just driven to impact as many people as they can, and just not settle for not reaching their potential. Okay. So in the beginning, I wondered, what are people going to think of me? I'm over here trying to sell this product. Can I really be successful at this? Who am I kidding? I'm just a stay at home mom. I live in the middle of nowhere. Is anybody even going to take me seriously? If they are, they going to stick with me long term? What if people quit on me? What if somebody doesn't like the products and then they think badly of me? Am I going to have to bug my friends and family? I'm not like so and so. I see that person being successful, but I'm nothing like her. So I'm not even sure if I could be successful at this. Am I a good enough leader? Do I have what it takes to lead people? Am I going to be able to help people be successful if they do decide they want to work this business with me? Even if I was a good enough leader and could help that many people be successful, can I even handle that much responsibility? These are all of the thoughts and fear, not all, it's not an exhaustive list. These are a few of the thoughts and fears that I have struggled with along the way. Sometimes these thoughts and fears have held me back, and sometimes they have straight up knocked me down. And I have had to pick myself up and keep going. And because I've also learned that failure is not defeat unless you allow it to be. If it doesn't feel easy to you, then it probably means that you're growing. A lot of people think that network marketing, like some people are good at it, some people have the personality for it, some people have the time for it, some people have the this or that for it, but others don't. And I'm telling you that anybody who's hungry for change can be successful at this. And I was that person who was hungry for change. I was willing to get uncomfortable because I wanted change for my family. And the biggest thing I struggled with in my mind as I worked this business, because like I said, I've always been a stay at home mom. And honestly, I never really desired to have a career. I never, growing up, I never envisioned myself having a career. I envisioned myself as a wife and a mother, but I just always thought I'm going to be a stay at home mother. I just want to do that. And the Lord changed my thinking on that, like I said, when I was reading Proverbs 31. But one thing I've always struggled with is this was the biggest thing. Will it be worth the sacrifice? Because building a business is hard work. It does not come naturally to me. Nothing in this business has come easy to me. Everything that I have been able to accomplish, it's because of grit and willingness to learn and just flat out hard work. A lot of failing forward, sometimes embarrassing myself, but being uncomfortable every single day in order to build this and be where I am at now. And so I always wondered, will it be worth the sacrifice? Will it be worth, like right now when it's 9 o'clock at night and it's kids' bedtime. Well, my husband's getting them in the bed tonight instead of me. Is it worth that sacrifice? Or the time that I put into it, coaching my team or enrolling new people or helping somebody with their health goals or leading a call or whatever the case may be, running an event with my team. All of the work that I put into this, is it even going to be worth it? What if I put all this work into it and I fail? What if I am sacrificing a lot of things that are important to me? Never sacrifice the most important things, but I have given up some things along the way, because anytime you're saying yes to something, you are saying no to something else. And so I've never been a big TV watcher. I find that when a lot of people, when they first start, they find that to build this business, they're going to have to give some things up that they might enjoy. A lot of first time, it might be the first time that some people give up watching TV. I've never been a big TV watcher, but there were other things that I had to give up that were important to me or that I did enjoy. And so the biggest thing that I always wondered, especially in the difficult times, because there will be sometimes this business will make you feel like you're on cloud nine, and other times this business will make you feel like you're ready to pull your hair out. It's just the nature of building a business, okay? Any business, not just this one, but any business, okay? There's ebbs and flows, there's ups and downs. And on the hard days, I wondered, is this going to pay off? Is it going to be worth it? But I trusted the process. And ultimately, I did know where I was headed. I did. I knew that consistency over time compounds, it has a compound effect. And we have witnessed that this year because, like I said, it took me 5.5 years to get to the top of the company. And I was working hard the entire 5.5 years. But I want to tell you what my life looks like now. So when I first started, I felt frustrated. I felt like we're never going to get ahead. No matter how hard my husband works or how many hours he puts in, we're not going to get ahead. We're just one major repair away from being in debt, or major health issue away from being in debt. We are how are we going to have money to do like extra things? And also, I miss my husband. Honestly, I miss my husband. And so now my life looks like freedom. My life, I don't think I would change anything about it. And oh my gosh, here come the tears. I said I was not doing another one of these calls while I'm pregnant because this happens every time. I'm going to cry. And I hate crying in front of people, but y'all need to know that it's been worth it. It's been worth it because I would not change a thing about my life. I honestly wouldn't. I feel like my kids are in the best school that I could possibly have them in. I would not change their school. I feel like we're building our dream house, and that would not be happening if it was not for Plexus. We live in my dream city. We no longer live out in the country in the middle of nowhere. My kids have lots of opportunities surrounding them now, and lots of community for my children as well as myself. And we went on a vacation last week to Pigeon Forge, took all of my kids, and we did whatever we wanted. Like literally whatever ideas we had, we just did it. I mean, $400 here, $400 there, like every day, several times a day. I mean, we spent thousands of dollars on this one trip and loved every second of it. And it was the very first family trip we've ever taken where my husband did not feel tense. Normally when we go on a trip, it's on a budget, and my husband, he'll try to relax and have a good time, but I can tell the whole time he just feels just kind of like just tense. And this time was not like that. And he was just relaxed. He was having such a great time in terms of connecting with my kids and our family. It is the best trip we've ever taken. And so I asked my husband, what was different about this trip? Why were you able to relax on this trip and not the others? And he thought, and he said, honestly, it's because I don't have financial worry. He was able to enjoy the trip because I was willing to be uncomfortable, because I was willing to do it scared, because I was willing to push past my fears. I was able to give that to my husband. Not only that, my husband does not have to work around the clock anymore. He does work a job. He does not have to. He does it because he loves it and he enjoys the work that he does. He'll probably always work no matter how much money I make because he's a hard worker. It's just who he is. But he has freedom and options. He no longer has to go to a job that he does not like because he has to. He has a new job that he absolutely loves and enjoys all of the work. And on top of that, he takes every Friday off just so we can hang out. That is the kind of freedom that we have now. So, was it worth it? Yes, it was so worth it. Every single time I fell down and embarrassed myself, it was worth it. Every single time I had to give up something that I enjoyed or that I cared about or valued in order to build this for my family, it was worth it. And I just want to ask you guys, what if 5 years from now, your life was exactly the same as it is right now? Would you be okay with that? And if so, more power to you. But if not, what are you willing to do in order to change it? Because it's not a matter of if you're able, it's simply a matter of if you are willing. And what if 5 years from now, everything in your life was different? What if 5 years from now you felt totally confident because you have built something that has impacted thousands of people, many of which you have never met? What if 5 years from now, because you applied yourself and learned the skills and worked hard, you felt free? You were didn't have any debt because it was all paid off. What if 5 years from now you were able to build your dream home or put your kids in that school, or if you're a homeschooler, buy the best curriculum on the market because you can and that's what you want for your kids? What if you had a community of like-minded people where you felt loved and appreciated and accepted? And what if you were the one who built that community? Imagine the sense of accomplishment. that can come along with doing something like that. I'm telling you, you can do that. If I can, you can. Okay. Because I am nobody special. What if you were able to take those trips and relax? What if your husband was able to relax? What if you were able to offer your husband and your family freedom? Would it be worth it if you were to go all in and just give it all you have got for the next 5 years? Would it be worth it to be making well over a 6-figure income? How Think about all of those thoughts and fears and struggles that I shared with you earlier, those things that sometimes held me back and sometimes halted me. How much change are those fears bringing to your life? How much change are those fears bringing to your family? What's it doing for your family? How is that serving you? And a better question is, how much are those fears costing you? Because if you're not doing anything because of your fears and your worries, or your mindset, then I'm telling you, it's costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands. Okay. So it's worth it to take the time to learn the skills, apply yourself, and just go all in. Just make a decision, because you don't have to be stuck in a rat race. If you are stuck in a rat race, that is your choice. So either own it or change it. And you can start right now. It really just starts with the decision. So that's what I want to share with you. Worth it. All right. That's all I got. Stop recording.